lesson on how to figure out a chord progression by ear. First of all, the first thing you need to do is figure out what key the song is in. That's going to help you a lot. That knocks out a lot of possibilities. Once you find the key, then you can really find the chord progression quickly. And you can check out my video on how to find the key of a song. But assuming that you have figured out what key a song is in, this is my method of figuring out the chord progression. So I like to listen in for the bass. Sometimes if you're a singer, it's hard for singers who also play to hear a song and not just listen to the words or not want to sing along. So you got to really hone in on the music, and not just the music, but I like to hone in on the bass. The bass will give you your chord structure, your chord progression. So you got to hone in on just the bass if you can. You really got to try. But if you focus and tell yourself that that's what you're listening for, then you can actually do it. So here's a little progression, and this one is in the key of D, I believe. Okay, so I know it's in D. Of course, first of all, you have to, if you know what key the song is in, then you need to find your four common chords. The four most common chords, 80% of songs only have these four chords, is 1, 4, 5, and 6. 6 minor. 1, 4, 5, and 6 minor. If you can find those, go ahead and find them. Get familiar with where they are, and then you'll be able to find the key of a song really quickly. So in D, there's our 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is G. Whole step 5. A whole step to 6 minor. So take a minute and get used to that. Get used to 1, 4, 5, and 6. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 1, and mix it up. You know, it might only take you 30 seconds, but make sure you are familiar with your four options. Now, not all songs are only going to have those four chords. There's plenty of songs that have many more chords, but most of the songs, the popular songs we know, whether it's Christian, country, rock, classic rock, today's rock, it doesn't matter. They mostly consist of 1, 4, 5, and 6 minor. So once you get familiar with what key you're in and where those four chords are, that's when I like to start searching for the progression. And we're listening for the bass, so I want to use a bass note. You can start out trying to do chords, that works too, but what I like to do is take the bass hand and try to match the bass note. So I'll go one note at a time. We'll start with the 1. I'll just play the 1 over every single chord and see which one it matches best. Now when we're looking for the chord progression, you want to kind of stay low. Because if you're doing this over on the high side, like if I play the 1 with every chord, it's actually going to sound good. Because 1 sounds really good with any chord that I'm going to play in the key of D. And up high, it's like a melody line, so of course it's going to sound good. But now once you get low, that's when things start to clash. If I'm playing a D and the chord is not a D chord, then it's going to clash. Like a C chord sounds great right here. The harmonies sound good. But now if we come way down here and play a C chord, it doesn't sound as good, especially down here. It just sounds just nasty. So that's the idea, is the bass notes, if they're not exactly the same as what you're listening to, then they will clash, and that's telling you that, okay, that's not it. So here we go. We're going to try I'll try this D. Okay, here we go. Nope. Okay, actually sounds pretty good with that. The last one, let's try again. No. See, it matches there. May be kind of hard to hear, and this song's a little fast. It's easier to start with a song that the chords take up 4 beats. I gotta give you time to really listen. This one's a little bit fast, and I apologize for that. But can you hear how it actually sounds really good with that last chord? So this song only has 3 chords in it. It matches. No. Yes. okay is not good enough. If you're having to make a face to make it work, like, you know, that's not good enough. When it's right, your brain automatically, you just get this feeling that, okay, that's it. Okay, so we're gonna just say for now that D is the last chord. So this progression is 3 chords, is something something 1. Something something 1. So I'm gonna move on to my next one. I'm gonna go to 4, and I'll try that one and see if that matches with anything. Here we go. No. I think the second one sounded pretty good. No way. So it sounded like the second one. Let me go even lower. Yeah, sometimes going lower helps. If I hit the right note. Okay, so that's definitely the second, what was that, the second chord? So right now we've got something G, D. Something G, D. Something 4, 1. Something 4, 1. Okay, so I'm going to move on to 5. And we'll try that one. Same way we have something, something. So we're looking for the first chord now. All we're looking for is the first chord. But I'll try it with the other ones just in case this one so it works better. Okay, here we go. It kind of sounds good with this one, kind of. But remember, kind of is not good enough. And we already said that the last chord we were pretty sure was D. So let's compare those two and see which one works better. Does this one work better for the last chord, or does D work better? Okay, can you tell? Let's go lower. Okay, that sounds terrible. That sounds good. Okay, so we just decided that in fact doesn't work. The D sounds way better. Remember, going low can sometimes fix any confusion you might have about it. If you're saying, that kind of sounds good, I think that might be it. Well, first of all, normally if it might be it, it's not it. You're going to know. When your ears hear the right combination, usually you're going to recognize that. Maybe you just haven't heard the right combination yet. So give yourself some time to make sure you've tried all your options. But when we moved down low, that A sounded terrible with it. It sounds good as a harmony note with that last chord, but not as the actual note. So that's why you want to go low to check that. So what we've decided then, well, no, we still haven't found the first chord. So we got one more option. We've tried 1, 4, and 5. Now what's left to try before we go off really venturing out is the 6. So since we haven't found anything else that worked for the first chord, I would just guess that the first chord is a 6. So let's see. Here we go. That sounded pretty good to me. Okay, now let's try the whole progression. What we have is the whole progression now would be from what we figured out, 6, 4, 1. 6, 4, 1. And I like to try to match exactly what the song is doing. Does it sound like it goes down, down, up, or up, down, down? So let's see what it sounds like it's doing. I feel like it goes down and then back up. So it starts in the middle, goes down, and then it goes back up. So let's do that. 6, 4, 1 is what we said. And that actually sounds good. Okay, that sounds good, and I believe that is what they're doing. They're starting in the middle, going down, and then going up. So the real test, when that works, you've most likely found the chord progression of your song. But the real test is to put the chords to it. Let's play the chords, 6 minor, 4, 1. And that'll be our final test, is did we find the chord progression. Here that works. And so we found it. We found the chord progression. So that might be the long way for you, but that is the very effective way. Use the bass notes. Listen in for the bass notes of the song. Use your bass hand and go low, because high notes are going to sound pretty good. Remember, when you're finding the key to a song, the one always sounds good, no matter what chord you're on. It works as a melody note. So go low to find the chord progression, and once you think you've found it, then test it with the chords. And I hope that works for you.